And a look at the Knicks earlier on. Check out the focus they've got coming off that bus. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. That's a look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And here's a look at some numbers for Bledsoe.
And if you measure a player's effectiveness by his passing, he's been very effective lately. Look at his assists in the last 10 games compared to the rest of the season. He's in the midst of a great run.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
The Bucks took a massive leap in coach Mike Budenholzer's first season in Milwaukee. Budenholzer said he joined the organization at the perfect time. The new facilities, the energetic fans, the great roster, ownership, front office, everything is set up to have great success. And he added, I feel fortunate to be the coach. Kevin?
The feeling no doubt mutual. Thanks, D.A.
Well, a fantastic year for the Bucks, and the future looks bright for this franchise.
A new arena in Milwaukee, a new practice site. First-year coach Mike Budenholzer changing the entire philosophy of what they did offensively and ending up in an MVP award for one Giannis Antetokounmpo. The fans showed up. A lot of excitement for the Milwaukee Bucks in the years to come.
So the New York starting five. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. And it's Smith in at the 1 spot. And for Milwaukee, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. Smith with it, Eric Bledsoe covering. And it's Smith missing. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Now Matthews passes it to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. To the middle. The shot off that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Here's Smith. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Good job of change of speed, and then his ability athletically just burns the defense. Dennis Smith Jr., beautiful play.
Bledsoe with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Pass to Middleton. The 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Here's Barrett. And they pick up 2.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now, here is Smith. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Boston.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Here's Barrett. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Knox misses. The Bucks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Giannis. It's stolen by Randall. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. There's the pass to Smith. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
This is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Bucks trail by 4. Bledsoe looking it over. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
How about the speed of Bledsoe on that drive right there? Fantastic at slashing inside and finishing.
The Knicks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Bledsoe against Smith. Pass to Knox. Over Bledsoe. Here's Robinson. And that one is off. Good D by Lopez. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Giannis. He had 28 points in the win against Charlotte.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender, who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long three.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Brent, as the season goes on, and here we are about halfway through, are players' roles still evolving?
Not the starters at this point, Kevin. They're pretty much set.
They are what they are.
They are set in their ways, and they're set in the minutes that they're going to be playing. What the coaches are trying to find are unique combinations that might have to be on the floor because circumstances from the other team are dictating so. So which are my lineups that I can have out there that defensively I'm going to shut down great guard play? Which of the lineups do I have to have out there in order for us to have enhanced shooting ability for a stretch of minutes? Which ones are going to speed my team up to put pressure on the opposition? I think that's where it is that coaches are trying to do a little bit of tweaking.
Here's Smith after the basket by Milwaukee. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Kevin Knox was a bit of a mixed bag in his rookie season, and that's to be expected on a team that didn't have a tremendous amount of consistent talent on the floor. He struggled with his scoring and showed some flashes shooting the ball. It'll be interesting in year 2 where it is that Kevin Knox has made some improvements in the offseason.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Knox, Brent, the athleticism is clearly there.
Oh, he can get up and down with the best of them and can rise up and do some exciting things. But for Kevin Knox, it's about consistency. Can he get to some spots on the floor where every night he's capable of making plays, whether that's for him or doing something off the bounce? That's the next step for Kevin Knox.
Now here's Giannis. Opponents have had no luck trying to contain him. He's averaging a staggering 34 points a game.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Here's Smith. They trail by 1. Passes it to Randall. Over onto Tacumbo. The Knicks rebound. Robinson banked in off the glass.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Middleton on the wing. Shoots from the baseline. Robinson pulls it in.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Smith kicks to Barrett. New York moving the ball around. Robinson misses. The Bucks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Smith. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Pass to Knox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Chris Middleton.
And Kevin Knox's father played professional football when Kevin was growing up. That may be where he gets some of his toughness from.
The Knicks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
And he makes the first.
Well, no secret that the Knicks were planning for a massive free agency and a free agent signing this past summer. They cleared a lot of cap space, and we're hopeful that their draft choice would be that #1 slot. It did not come to fruition.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Both shots good from the stripe. And a lot of people, Brent, feel that without a doubt, the Knicks are still a destination for free agents.
Well, to vacation, it seems like, Kevin, because not a lot of the free agents are signing to play basketball in New York City. You know, they put a lot of faith in that idea that it's the #1 market and the best place to live, and you can make a lot of money off the court. But over the past 10 years, we have not seen much action out of New York City.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Bledsoe against Payton. Here's Lopez. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Knox, covered by Giannis. And the basket by Knox. Knox has got 6.
Well, Knox finding his way around the rim and then pretty versatile to finish.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now the pass to Giannis. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Free throw good. Giannis. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And here is Payton. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Portis. Pass to Bullock from deep. The rebound by the Bucks. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Well, they were obviously the superior team a year ago, but a lot can change from one season to the next in the NBA. Let's see how this game plays out before we make any rush to judgment as to how they'll fare against each other this year.
Now, here is Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The tray. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Hill. Shoots from the block. That shot is off. Great D that time from Payton. Here's Morris. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And the dunk by Lopez.
At 7 feet tall, dunking is very easy for Lopez. Once he's this deep, the defense is in trouble.
New York trailing. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The Bucks #1.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. That one's off, still out of sync. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
And here are the Knicks now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Portis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the second time, just has such a great mind offensively, and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year. Training camp, establishing that type of confidence, it carried them through for the entire year.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer, a big reason they were a top offense last season.
Well, we talked a lot about Bud ball. You add Giannis Antetokounmpo in there, and Bud's ability to pair Giannis's unique skill set to the way that he wanted to play. They really changed a lot of what they did offensively, and it felt very, very seamless.
Knicks trail by 4. Payton up top. He's guarded by Hill. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So Payton will go to the free throw line. That one on Hill. And 5 straight triple-doubles last season for Elfrid Payton, showing his all-around impact. Amazing
with his size and athleticism at the point guard position that he has that kind of versatility. That's some lofty company. I mean, 5 straight triple doubles. What an amazing run by EP.
Find the lane. One shot.
That's good from Payton. Greg, Elfrid Payton's continued to improve his game, and so far so good.
Yeah, a marked improvement in long-range percentage. Good size and defensive potential as well. He's knocking down shots. We might have something in Elfrid Payton.
Here's Connaughton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lopez with the bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Payton. 1:25 left to play in the first. Morris outside. Shoots from the right block. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Outside Korver. It's back to Hill. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Gibson. Now here's Bullock. Here's Payton. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Celtics. Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Bullock. Korver passes to Connaughton. And the three off target. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by one. Bullock kicks to Morris. The pass to Portis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bullock. Can't cash in from the high post. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Back right after this. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, you know, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense on every possession.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Knicks, Elfrid Payton is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Morris in at the three, the small forward. Hill, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Morris kicks to Payton. Some nice passing by New York here. Outside Portis. Lets the three fly. Drops in the tray. 6 points for Elfrid Payton.
Off the pass, Payton getting his feet set. A nice job there of turning around and cashing in.
Hill against Payton. Pass to Korver. A three ball. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Morris, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the second Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he's the third youngest MVP in league history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, D.A., and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. Now here's Ilyasova. Following the miss by Marcus Morris. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And some changes here for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for George Hill. And then for New York, Randall's checked in for Gibson. Barrett comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Dennis Smith in for Payton. Now here's Randall. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
The Bucks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And that one falls for Middleton.
Chris Middleton's an interesting story. I remember when he signed his first extension and talking to, at that time, his head coach, Jason Kidd, that Chris was dealing with living up to the contract. I think after that first season went by, he settled back down. It got him into a position to earn this second contract. And now he knows where he belongs. He knows how important he is to the Milwaukee Bucks and their continued success and striving towards a championship for the city.
And here's Bledsoe after R.J. Barrett hitting the 3. And Ilyasova kicks to Middleton. 4 on the clock. The Knicks pull it in. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Smith in the posts. Guarded by Bledsoe. Randall no good. And for Middleton, he was drafted in the 2nd round by Detroit. Brent, they sent him to the G League, which he says was the turning point for him.
Well, I think he just got hungrier and realized there was a self-awareness part of this, that he needed to grow and he needed to maybe adjust some of his work habits. Went from an overlooked 2nd round pick to an NBA All-Star, Kevin. I would call that great focus. And now he wants to be a consistent performer on a nightly basis to lead this team to championship level.
Now here is Smith. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Now here's Matthews. Defense is right there. He dishes it to Ilyasova. Back to Matthews. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And with the Knicks rebuilding their roster this summer, there is hope in the air.
Well, 2 big swings they were hopeful to take. One was at the draft and ending up getting the 2nd overall pick in R.J. Barrett. Certainly points the team in the right direction. The second one was in free agency. And unfortunately for the New York Knicks, again, a bit of a swing and a miss. So we'll see if through some youth and maybe some flexible contracts, the Knicks can find a way to finally construct something in Gotham.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
Now here's Matthews following the miss by Julius Randle, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
The first free throw is good.
And Lopez serves as an unbelievable case study for someone who changed his game over time. I mean, almost in a season. So specifically, how he added the three-point shot, it's made him such a valuable asset to this offense.
Brook Lopez hits them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Knicks trail by 4. Kicks to Smith. Matthews with the steal. One-on-one here. Knocked loose. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Shot to stop the run, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Milwaukee leading by 4. Here is Bledsoe. Robinson with the block. Now Smith. 6 points for him. Passes it to Randall. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
Back to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. They shoot again. Middleton with it. He had 16 points in the win against Charlotte.
And last year, Chris Middleton not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past. Still a solid shooter from all ranges.
The Bucks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First free throw is good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
So he gets them both.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Knox the pass to Smith. Back to Knox. Goes up the baseline. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Matthews. Releases from the wing and drills it. Matthews has got his 3rd basket of the night.
I mean, we've had some great passing big men in the NBA over the years. Giannis moving his way up the ladder now.
Barrett. That shot off. Good D by Lopez. 14 feet away. Here's Antetokounmpo. Feeds it to Matthews. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Knicks trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
He gets it in there.
That's an easy shot provided by Dennis Smith Jr.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To the paint. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. Middleton's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. New York's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Smith kicks to Robinson. Over Lopez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I think Mitchell Robinson is one of those guys. We saw it last year. He might get 4 or 5 blocks a game. So many players tempted to shoot outside shots because Mitchell would play off of them, and then quickly he would get to them and deflect the shot. So incredible quick twitch fibers and quick to the ball to make an impact defensively.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And with Robinson, if he played a full 40 minutes every game, Brent, his block numbers would be outstanding.
Look at you, Kevin, digging into the per 36 minutes statistics.
Yeah.
I like it. He's a great rim protector. He has great activity down there. And if he can stay with the game plan, I think Coach Fizdale is going to find ways to give him more minutes in this season.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential in it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez. They committed to Chris Middleton. And now they think that they can take the next step with Giannis's growth.
Here's Smith. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Pass to Robinson. Down low. Here's Barrett. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And that's now 11 points for R.J. Barrett. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trying to get open is Lopez. The shot, no good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. One good possession, 2 bad ones, 1 good one. They could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
Here's Middleton following the score by New York. Changes up. He lays it in. Middleton's got 9 points in the quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Knicks trail by 7. And here's Barrett. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston. Here's Smith. Robinson passes to Randall. Another shot, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
And for that game against the Warriors, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Middleton for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Milwaukee leading by 7. Floats it up for Giannis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age, and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Payton. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Milwaukee in the lead. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
He just keeps coming at you. Giannis has so much energy, and when he's this aggressive, he is just a dynamite offensive player.
To the inside, Gibson fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
and have not had as much success in the paint this quarter. Everything has been from the perimeter.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
The free throw is off from Gibson.
Tons and tons of playing time to be had in New York for Coach Fizdale. Second-round players, second-chance players. A lot of these guys are going to get their shot. Of course, R.J. Barrett, the guy they're going to lean on most to see what he's capable of doing and how quickly he can learn. But the Knicks have a ton of developing to do this year.
Knicks trail by 11. The pass to Morris. Gibson against Antetokounmpo. Outside Portis. Payton against Hill. The shot by Payton, no good. And last season, Brent, guys like Robinson, Dotson, and Moutier, they all got to see the floor for the Knicks.
Yeah, those moments helped, although all of those guys are not back with the Knicks this coming season. But that younger talent getting out on the NBA floor for actual NBA minutes could help them to play a pivotal role moving forward for those players.
And it's the Knicks with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee. To the paint, here's Portis. No good there. Good D by Lopez.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
For Milwaukee, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Morris. Payton against Hill. Outside Portis. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Bucks haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Now here's Payton. He has 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Floats one. And that time, also a missed shot.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Here's Hill, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Passes to Lopez. Back to Connaughton from deep. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Milwaukee on top, up by 16. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Kyle, big double-digit lead here at the end of the half. What's been the difference?
I mean, we're at home, playing with energy. We knocked down some shots. We can be better, but, you know, we'll take a double-digit lead for sure.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
You have to marvel at the uniqueness of the Greek Freak. From half court, he needs only 2 dribbles. That's right, 2 dribbles to get to the rim. He can pass like a point guard at almost 7 feet. The list goes on and on.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Bledsoe. And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
Knicks trail by 17. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. New York shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Bledsoe against Smith. That's good from Randall on the assist by Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one. Bucks leading by 13. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Middleton, and staying with the play, Middleton. Middleton's got 11 points.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
Now Barrett, 13 points in the game. And Middleton with the block. And Barrett gets it to go.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Now the dish to Middleton. And it's off the back rim. No good.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And this is Barrett at his best. Looking for a shot, being active on offense. Love it.
Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Over Randall. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Middleton with it. He's got 11. Count that one. Giannis has got 19 points.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Pass to Randall. Over onto Antetokounmpo, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good. Matthews. Both free throws good from Matthews. Knicks trail by 15. Smith outside. Lopez with the steal, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Matthews. His last 10 games, he's around 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 19 points in the game. Goes up on the wing. Poked away.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Count it. Good. Barrett's got 8 points in the quarter.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
Randall down low. Giannis is there. Tries again. Randall no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Now here is Smith. 6 points for him. Count that bucket.
That wasn't easy. Dennis Smith Jr. with a high degree of difficulty on that one.
Bucks leading by 11. Bledsoe outside. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Ilyasova's checked in. Now here is Smith. 8 points for him. Outside Robinson. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 17 points was their biggest margin. Barrett dishes to Smith. Outside Robinson. And there's the pass to Barrett from beyond the arc. Rebound Milwaukee. Lopez has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Knicks trail by 13. Smith scanning the floor. He kicks it to Barrett. Pass to Knox. Shot clock at 6. They get it again. Robinson. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Robinson's got 9.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And here's Bledsoe. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Lopez passes to Matthews. And here's Middleton. Shot from the wing. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 5 rebounds tonight. Barrett, no good. Bucks leading by 11. Middleton outside. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Knox. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Hill, he's checked in for Matthews. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Morris is checked in. Now here is Smith. 8 points for him. Randall right side. Looking to get it going. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 4 assists now tonight. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Hill against Smith. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, he's not a locked-in starter these days, but Brent, George Hill can be effective off the bench.
Comes in at the 1 or the 2 guard position, can guard the 1 through 3 positions, and because of George Hill and his massive amount of playoff experience, there's a lot of confidence in the coaching staff to get George out on the floor and that he's going to make the right play at the right time.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Eric Bledsoe. Both free throws good from Hill. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. In third, the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long, so that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
Here's Morris. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Gibson. Clock at 6. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Portis.
And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Here's Connaughton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Here's Morris, and again it's New York.
You know, you have to be ready for this. Defensively, Morris has a terrific pull-up, maybe a better choice for him than taking it to the rack.
Now here is Hill. He has 6. Here's Connaughton, kicks to Lopez. Here's Ilyasova. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the wide open shot from Morris. The 3-pointer no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Out to the right wing. Here's Connaughton. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Giannis.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Giannis, he's checked in for the Bucks. The Knicks also changing it up. Barrett comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Dennis Smith in for Payton. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Knicks trail by 8. Now Morris. Smith outside. Good D by Lopez.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Ilyasova can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
So much talk about 48 minutes. The team with the lead letting its guard down now.
Hill kicks to Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton. He's got 5. Pass to Hill. Takes the 3. No good that time. Smith left side. The shot misses. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
And sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Smith with it. He's picked up by Hill. Looking to end his cold spell. Offensive rebound. Portis, the pass to Gibson. Connects on the open J. 1:51 left in the third. Antetokounmpo up top. Covered by Morris. Here's Connaughton. Knicks with the rebound.
And he has not made 1 shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
Barrett, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And the basket by Hill.
Yeah, smart play there. George Hill, good at figuring out ways in the paint to score the basketball.
Knicks trail by 8. Smith outside. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Knicks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. And the technical free throw is good. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Robin Lopez. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Pat Connaughton.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Now here's Bledsoe. Defense right on him. Middleton against Morris. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Nice body control there from Chris Middleton. Stays with that even after contact.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
One shot.
And that one falls for Middleton.
The versatility Middleton offers up is exceptional. A capable defender, a good scorer, an effective shooter. Those are the kind of switchblade players that coaches love.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Portis. Knocks down the 10-footer. Portis has got 5 points in the quarter. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. It's a 10-point game. Outside Hill. Middleton on the wing. Over Morris. And Middleton the bucket on the assist by Hill. And that's 18 points for Chris Middleton.
Well, Middleton's still focused on the rim. Even with the hand up, drills that one.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more in store for you right after this. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Let's do it again for this quarter, 0-0. Same effort, same mentality. Keep pushing it. Keep moving the ball. Keep cutting.
Well, Mike likes how they're working the ball right now.
And, you know, Coach highlighted it's a brand new quarter. They need to play with the same fire.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Marcus Morris is out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Smith. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Barrett at the shooting guard.
Nice job there from George Hill setting up. He's an effective 3-point shooter.
And so here is New York. Smith with it. And the pass to Barrett. Now here's Gibson. He's guarded by Hill. Shot's good by Gibson.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
And here's Bledsoe. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Bobby Portis. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader,
Take a break.
And he's proven to be a winner.
The first free throw is good.
He's just such a bulldog out there in terms of his mentality. Eric Bledsoe can get assertive, and when he does that, it raises the level of play for the entire team.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Matthews comes in for Hill, and a switch here also for New York. Knox is checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Knicks trail by 15. Smith outside. He kicks to Barrett. Outside Portis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Bledsoe against Smith. Left side out of the Kumbo. Bledsoe outside. 6 to shoot. Over Smith. Morris with the rebound.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Inside, here's Antetokounmpo.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Smith. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Julius Randle's checked in for Portis. Stolen by Middleton. And now Matthews pushing it up. No one back to stop him. He gets that one.
Middleton's got such a great wingspan. That comes into play on steals just like that one.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Smith outside. Looking to get back on track here, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Robinson's checked in for New York. Bledsoe left side, lets it go from deep. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. 8 points for Eric Bledsoe.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches?
No, it can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game. Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that anymore.
Here's Matthews. Robinson with the block. Now, here's Barrett. Guarded by Bledsoe. Looking to end the run, and it's blocked.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
Goes back up, and Giannis with the layup. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
Great instincts by Giannis. Superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Alberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Middleton right side, 11 feet away. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Randall, there's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed, and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
And here is Payton. After Kyle Korver hitting the 3, Payton dishes to Randall. Trying to end the drought. Comes up empty down low.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Now here's Payton. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Down low, and Randall throws it down.
And something about watching lefties who can get up like that just looks different, doesn't it, Kevin?
Randall against Giannis. Outside Korver. Back to Giannis. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Payton drives in. Here's Dotson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Here's Payton following the bucket by the Bucks. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shoot it. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league? Right. As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, it's almost like he's got a magnet on that ball here tonight. He's in the right spot all the time.
Basket good.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Can't hit from 12. New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Dotson. No good on that one. And Milwaukee the other way now.
Well, he's just really struggling right now, and with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
And that kind of defense ain't gonna get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Pull up Jay, and that one off the back of the rim and in. So it's the Bucks now. Here's DiVincenzo. Lopez left side. Korver passes to DiVincenzo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Taj Gibson picks one up. Well, in his rookie year, Dante DiVincenzo spent some time in the NBA and some time in the G League. And Brent got plenty of chances to learn on the fly.
DiVincenzo getting 27 games last year with the Milwaukee Bucks and a lot of experience in the G League. That's going to pay off, Kevin, as he's going to find out where it is that when he gets into the game, he's going to have the most confidence. Mike Budenholzer and the staff have a program for him, and he's sticking to it, and he's ready to go.
And the first one drops. But obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
And the Bucks miss again. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Launches the three. Dotson gets the bucket. Dotson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Really surprised a little bit to see him drift out to the three-point line, but I guess I shouldn't be if you can stroke it like that.
Here's DiVincenzo. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Dishes it to Lopez. Bucket is good.
And at 277 pounds, Lopez absorbs contact well. Difficult to deter him on the way up. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Milwaukee.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis.
I just loved his defense. He took pride in swatting away a bunch of shots tonight and made his impact felt.
First free throw is good.
Well, it was a season of rebuilding, and Damian Dotson was certainly a bright spot for the Knicks, a guy that just loves to let it fly, and he found his way into some minutes after some roster turnover. It made the best of his chances for Coach Fizdale.
George Hill's checked in for the Bucks. That one is no good. And for Dotson, Brent, it's not always easy for second-round picks to find the chance to increase their role.
Yeah, you wonder, Kevin, if being a second-round pick isn't the thing we should be talking about. It's about Dotson spending 4 years in college and coming in with a more mature perspective so that when the opportunity arose for him to take advantage, he would do so. Looks like he's found a spot in the league.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Hill deciding where to go with it. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Trier, and the shot goes in.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
The consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Takes the 13-footer, the rebound by Gibson. Now Ellington. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.